Well, welcome to another episode of Let the Truth Be Told. My name is Sean Williams, and I thank God I'm back in the studio once again. In the studio with my main man, Hub, and we're back in the studio with Jason. Jason, appreciate it. I appreciate you hitting me back earlier, getting us back into the studio. We got a lot going on latter part of the week, and we'll make sure we get in here and tape this TV program. Hub, I thank you for pausing your day.
My pleasure.
To be a part of the program today. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Yes.
First, I'm going to let you jump in here and give greetings to all the television audience.
Greetings to the television audience. I'm with my buddy Whip here, Sean Williams. I don't take it lightly that you have me on the show. Been getting some really good feedback, so it motivates me to keep it 100 because people are looking for the truth.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to tell the truth. They want to go alone to get along.
Right.
And so I applaud you for having this show, Let the Truth Be Told. We don't have no hidden agendas. We don't have no ulterior motives. We just trying to speak truth and shine light on both positive and not so positive situations.
Oh, well, you know, we got a lot of things going on in the community, and unfortunately, some of these things are dark things to talk about. Some of these things are embedded, rooted problems that's been unaddressed. And so when we bring them up, we noticed that years ago when me and Stacey Henry created the show called Let the Truth Be Told. It was things that need to be talked about. It was educational pieces that we seen that need to be shared with the community. And so we felt it was no other title for this program than Let the Truth Be Told. And so we keep it 100 across the board,
Across the board.
whether if it hurt me or hurt you or whatever the case. Sometimes some of these subjects even hurt me, but it's better for me to be able to bring up stuff about me and be able to express it and to keep it the integrity of the program 100 across the board. So I thank the Lord for you. We're going to dive right into it because it is funny how time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And so we're going to dive right into it. We got a couple things to be able to bless you guys with. You tell us a little bit more about my buddy AB and his recovery in the hospital.
Yes. AB is in the hospital. Andy Brown graduated from Urbana in '86, I believe, was a wrestler. But anyway, he was in a coma.
Yeah.
This weekend in Springfield. And man, he's got a praying mom. He's got a praying family.
Yeah,
The Brown, if you know the Browns, you know they're a praying family.
Yeah.
And so he's coherent.
Yeah.
I just talked to Tony Brown last night, and I was going to try to get down there and see him today before I go to school in the Eastern.
Yeah.
And man, I came on Facebook, and Donna, his sister, had him giving that thumbs up. Anybody that know AB, know he got that thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know, he'll tell you in a minute, all you have to do is listen, just listen. So you know what, real quick, I played dominoes at his house a couple of weeks ago, and we made a date. He had a wedding to go to last weekend, and it was my birthday weekend, and I was going to be out of town.
Yeah.
So we said, as soon as we get back from this, we was going to make a date where me and him was going to hang out and get on the highway and just hang out and have some good fellowship and God time.
Yeah.
And so when I first heard that he had the coma, I just called on Jehovah Rapha.
Yeah.
You know, Jehovah Rapha, now me and him promised each other that we was going to do this. So Jehovah Rapha, I need you to do what you do. See, I can't do it because I'm not the Lord that healeth thee. But Jehovah Rapha, you the Lord that healeth thee. Yeah. And man, he giving his thumbs up. So we thank God for him. We thank God for the Brown family.
Oh, yes.
And Tony Brown and others, all the positive things that they're doing. But most of all, we thank God for a praying family.
Well, you know, that's you know, a breakdown of a partial of my family, you know, and knowing those folks really, really well, you know, the love and the support that they come together, and I love their family because they'll come together.
They'll come together.
They'll come together.
Yeah.
And they show great examples of coming together and being able to share and love and everybody playing a role toward the prayer of healing.
Yes, sir.
And so I thank the Lord for that. God is good. You know, God has shown himself to be awesome in a bunch of situations. You know, we was able to be a part of the Men's Day celebration
Yeah.
that was this past week.
Real quick. This is probably going to be one of our most positive shows. I mean, so if y'all looking on here today for us to throw a brick or hate,
Might chunk one or two.
Yeah, might one or two.
I got some Reverend West in.
But I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm just thinking about all the topics. We just had lunch at McAllister's and kind of talk about what we're going to be talking about, and it was so much positive.
Yeah.
So
in doing that, Pastor asked me, and him and Sharva asked me to kind of facilitate and the devotion service.
Yes, sir. Yes,
on
sir.
Sunday, this past Sunday at the church, and which I was able to do. I had a lot going on, but I wanted to make sure that I paused for the cause of being able to be that leader for devotion service. And so it was great to do that. I led through prayer, I led through scripture, and then turned it quickly over to some other folks. And so quickly. And so then there was more studious and what was going on, songs. I can't sing a lick, and so pass that on to people that can do that, and so that I wouldn't bore people. And so I think that everybody said great job, Sean. I really appreciate everybody that supported. Appreciate you,
yes, sir.
And coming out. And then we had Burnett that gave the word.
Yes, sir.
Burnett gave such a profound word. He gives very detailed information when he gives the word. You can tell he's really researched out.
Yes, sir.
I mean, as far as he's not just talking off the top of his head. Everything's been studied. Everything's been tested. And so he gave a really, really great word over to Jericho on this past Sunday.
Yes, he did.
But one of the main things that really warmed my heart and warmed my spirits was to see Pastor Vince Elam part of the service.
My God.
And so,
my God.
And so, when I first heard Pastor Elam was sick, Pastor Elam has been on the program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It made my heart heavy. This is a close friend of mine, and to hear that he had an illness, he had several strokes and things of that nature, and because of family privacy and things like that, I understood that we really couldn't get up to the hospital like we really wanted to.
It was tough.
And so
it was tough.
And quite naturally, I don't like this. First of all, I don't like hospitals.
Right.
Secondly, I don't like to go see close loved ones in the hospital, period. I mean, and to see them in such a horrendous shape, but to see the recovery process.
My God.
I first saw him at Lil Porgy's, and he seen me, and he just, the smile, and he had to make himself get up out the car because he seen me. And so I ran up to him, I said, Pastor, and hugged him. And, and I was so glad to be able to embrace my friend and see how he's been able to recover.
Yes, yes.
Because, society will put you out for the count. These folks around here put you out for the count. Situations, doctors might even say, hey, there's nothing else we can do. But God has the final say, and I know one thing about Pastor Elam. He's a true believer of God, and he's holding on to God's word. He's standing on the word, and that was some of the things that he said at church on Sunday. Is that he's going to believe in God, and God has some other things for him to do while he's here.
Two things, I saw AB with a thumbs up. They took a picture with him, thumbs up, laying in the hospital bed. Yesterday, they had him on Facebook dead. So you're exactly right. People put you, man, they'll put you there.
People had you with a service already in the paper.
Pastor Elam, they had a benefit, a little music for him at Salem that Saturday. And I had the referee in Danville, but I got in on probably the last 30, 45 minutes. And it was just such a blessing to see so many people come out. And support, not only his family, but different people through the community came out and support and showed love. And that's what we need to practice more.
Brother Hub, on yesterday, I did a service for a young man, 12 years old, went to Jefferson Middle School, and his name was Deshaun Quinn. And over this 10-day process of his time of death until his homegoing celebration, I learned a lot about this young man. And so when I first met with the mom told me a lot about her son, and she told me that he was classified as special needs. And once I got to ripping this young man's story up, and pictures say 1,000 words.
Yes, yes.
And so as I looked at this young man's picture, he had a picture that I blew up for the service, but Officer Dominguez, which is an SRO officer over in Jefferson, she put her vest over this young man one day, and it encouraged him that he wanted to be an officer with him.
Yes.
And he was always loving. He was always caring. When I heard him talk about family members, he was the bridge. He was the one that say, "Hey, is everything okay? You sure don't look okay."
Right. Right.
And his godly spirit.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
And he was always loving, kind. He would go with the other kids that would seem to be special needs and said, "Well, it's nothing wrong with you because they say I am too, but he takes care of them. He pushed the guys in the wheelchair around." And when I thought about it in the service, as the service was going on, people will put a label on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As being this or being that.
Yes, sir.
But when I looked at it, because a lot of us don't have forgiveness in our heart. A lot of us don't have love in our hearts. We don't have kindness, meekness, humbleness. But when I looked at little Deshaun, he didn't have the special needs. We got the special needs.
Yes.
We the ones that are especially in need.
Come on, that's powerful.
We're especially in need of a whole lot of stuff. He didn't have that. He had what God had him to have, which is love, kindness, gentleness, humbleness. And so even in that young man's short period of time, because life ain't about how long you be here. Life is what you do while you're here.
Right.
And so while he's here, he showed us what an example of love, kindness, meekness, forgiveness, all of those things that we should embody to be able to move forward. He showed us that during a short period of time. And so that I got that out of that young man, and it took me only 10 days. It took me only 10 days, and I know it takes a lot of people, 40, 50, 60 years and still don't get it, man. Still don't get it. We helpmates one to another. And and so even through his small time, man, it showed me a lot, and my heart goes out to that family. My heart goes out to that mom, those dads, those brothers and sisters. Gonna have to grow up without him, and but he left us with a lot. He left us with a lot, and to be able to move forward with. And it's always tough for me to do services for young kids, And so every funeral is hard, but dealing with young children. I was pretty emotional the whole day, and I'm still kind of winding down off that right now. And so, but what gives my heart encouragement? Looking at my mama.
Woo! Woo! Miss Rolene.
What gave me encouragement is looking at my mama.
Yes.
And so my mom gave a seniors dinner. On Saturday.
August 18th.
August the 18th.
Yes.
And so her birthday is August the 17th.
Yes.
Same day as your birthday.
Same day as mine.
And so you guys share that date together.
Yes, we do.
And so my mom turned 82.
82.
And so I spent about 3 days with my mom trying to help her get the stuff together, the yard together, and the tent setups, and all of these different things. And I got a lot of people to thank, because it take a lot to put such a huge program together in such a short period of time. So I got a lot of people to thank. So charge it to my head, not to my heart. If I don't say your name, I'm not gonna say any names.
Yeah, just say everybody. If you say everybody, can't nobody be mad.
Everybody that know they was a part of it, you was a part of it. I want to give a special thanks to Sanaa from 15 News that came over the day before. Videotaped my mom, and was able to.
I know that did your mom heart good.
It put $1 million smile on her face.
Come on, man. Come on.
And it just made her feel good on her birthday to have family, her kids around, to be able to support her. Her dream and her gift has always been in the kitchen.
Yes.
Even as kids, her gift was in the kitchen. And I remember mornings when I was young, really young lad, laying in the bed on a Sunday morning, and I can hear her. Boy, you about to make me cry. Hear her. Hear her.
Yes, sir.
Hymn old songs that she's heard her mama and her grandmama while she cooking breakfast. And so those are things that I always remember about my mom. Because when I think about it, one of the things that when I was getting my car washed on Saturday, and I ran across W.S. Davis and Junior. And I said, WS, trying to get my car washed because I got to get back down here to my mama. She got a seniors dinner and she feeding about 300 people for free. And he said, man, enjoy that moment, man. Because they just lost their mama.
Yeah.
I just buried their mama. Yeah. And his eyes and his connection and his spirit with me let me know I better get back down the road.
Yes, sir.
Because you're not promised.
You're not promised.
You're not promised.
And you know, you could have gave her $10,000 or bought a new car, and it wouldn't have meant what you all did. You know,
man.
Seon and Jamar and Joe and my soldier girl, the Iraq girl, Sheila.
Sophia.
You know, I mean, that's priceless. You can't put no price on that. You can't. You can't put no price on that. And I don't want to throw a rock at my own family, but we did something for my dad, and we had guys that didn't show up, kids that didn't show up. I was heated, but we're gonna keep it positive. But that's just to magnify.
It's called Let the Truth Be Told.
That's just to magnify the awesome job that you and your brothers and sisters did. Yeah, because we had some no-shows.
But at the same time, maybe this was an example that, because it was on Facebook, it was on television, it was on media, through newspapers, and then it can be an uplift for those that are not doing some of the things that we got to do. Because one of the things that always seems to shake my head at a service, whether if I'm doing or I'm attending, is to try to get somebody their flowers and they gone.
Right.
While the person over there, I just left a guy, man. I just left a guy doing some insurance with him. Just wrote out his last. We do a thing called final wishes, and was able to just do that. And it was entitled his final wishes. And so when I wrote down his final wishes, and put down, where he wanted service at, and who he want to minister that service, and who he want to speak at that service, and what type of service he want. What we did, once we wrote everything down, he was able to tell me, he said, man, I sure thank you for doing this, because I want to make sure that I have a good ongoing celebration. And then he said, man, because he said, some of the people that should be giving my flowers while I'm living, they ain't came by. So many times we forget about folk, man.
Let me share this with you before, because you mentioned and then you went on. You was talking about kind of like your mom's event being an example for others. And that hit me like a brick, because August 17th on my birthday, me and my family went to Los Angeles, Skid Row.
Okay.
And we handed out McDonald's gift certificates. Now, I was going back and forth whether going live with that, because the people might be, because I don't know these people. I'm depending on God. God, you told me to do it, so I know you got me. But I was going back and forth live in my mind. My wife didn't know, my kids didn't know, but should I go live or should I just do it? But God said, man, let me tell you something. You are my child, and you are an example of who I am. And I want that example to be shown. And when I tell you, folks, I had a principal from Texas contact me. Folks from all around, inboxing and everything, said, man, that was so powerful. I got people that want to go, man, next time you do it again. And here I am was debating whether to go live. But what God has let me know, man, don't worry about what none of these clowns say. You work for me. You ain't no hireling. You ain't doing nothing to appease people. I got you. Now, it ain't gonna be easy, because you want to get in some schools, they don't even want you in the school. They don't even want your program in the school, and they know it's effective. And that bothers me. But I'm trusting him. God, you told me to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I want to be in some other places. But they know I don't beat to their drum. No, we can't have him in there because he ain't going to act right. You're right. I'm not going to act like you want me to act. I'm going to do God's will. And so it could be frustrating sometimes, especially in this city. In this, I have to get, man, you always on the road. I have to get away and see the real world, because Champaign-Urbana ain't the real world. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get negative, but I have to get away. Because God allowed me to join the United States Army. I speak 5 different languages. I'd have been all the way around the world twice and talked to everybody 3 times. And you want me to settle for this? No, not on my watch. I can't settle for this. And so Going back, calm down, woosah. Going back, we are examples, man. I'm not, now some folks get pure, oh, you ain't no example, you did this. I remember back in the day you did this. See, you done got pure and perfect mixed up. I ain't say I was perfect. I ain't say you was perfect, but our hearts are pure.
Yeah.
And we want to do a will for this community, for God's people, man.
Yeah.
And it hurts me that some people are not going to conform to the way God wants them to do. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to pass it to you. Remember that one guy, and we ain't going to say who he is, but he was get to clowning. I said, God going to get him, Sean, because he's supposed to be, and in less than a few months he was dead. And so we have to, God said, let the tares and the wheats grow together, and I will separate them. So I ain't no sense of me calling nobody wheat or tare, because that's God's job. Mm-hmm. We got to let them grow together. Then whatever God don't like, He'll pluck out.
Yeah, and you know, Brother Hub, one of the things about it, man, you just got to do. You can't do it for the people. Mm-hmm. You got to do it for God. Mm-hmm. And so in embracing this program, when I talked to my mom, even about doing what she was doing, I told her, I said, let's just do it for the people.
Period.
Let's put,
Period.
Let's just do it for the people.
Period.
Let's put forth the best energy that we can, best program we can. Do as much as you can. Mm-hmm. Once it's gone, it's gone. Mm-hmm. So don't kill yourself trying to cook all this stuff.
Right.
But she stayed up day and night.
Yeah.
My sister Bonnie, day and night.
Day and night.
Big shouts out to Janice Mitchell and utilizing her facility. My sister Cecilia, day and night.
Day and night.
Day and night, are working for the people, are working for God, for the people.
For the people.
Because sometimes folks need help and they don't even know they need help.
They need help. That's it.
It's all, I was riding from Decatur today and I was thinking like, sometimes it's like babies. Sometimes babies be sick and they don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It takes somebody else that's more studious that's been around babies to know, man, that baby just need a bottle. That baby need changing. Man, that baby got a cold. Different other things to be able to get a baby something what they need. And a lot of times we get frustrated. We run around here hollering because we like, mentally, we like babies. We don't know what's wrong.
The wilderness is crying out for a voice.
Man, we like babies hollering out, man, don't know what's going on. Don't know that we just hungry.
Oh my God.
Don't know that we just hungry.
Oh my God.
Don't know that we just, hey man, I never had love.
Yeah.
I don't know what love looked like because I never been loved.
That's why the mothers is so important.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what be going on with Victoria, but Stephanie know whether she need change or she's sleepy. She got it all figured out. I'm like 1-800-HELP-LORD. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need the mothers.
That's why you need mothers.
That's why you need the mothers.
They got an intuition that comes along with babies.
Yes.
And we don't, that's not inbred within us.
Yes.
That's not inbred with us, and so I just sent big shots out to my mom, Rolene, for putting on her mind to put that seniors dinner together. Fed over 300 people. People came from far and near. People came from Chicago. I had families come from all the way from Ohio, Detroit, that came down to visit with us over this here week process.
Yeah.
And
Diane Nesbitt must have been there because I seen the pictures.
She put 1 million pictures up.
Oh my God! I seen all the different people that was there. Sean. It did. I had already been by, and I was joyed. But when I was able to see the pictures,
I didn't know people like peach cobbler so much.
Oh my God!
Man, peach cobbler gotta be one of the most special things that's out there. One of the desserts that's out there that's so special, man. Because I think peach cobbler was the first thing that was exited. It went out the door fast, man. Peach cobbler and sweet potato pie.
Wow.
We had to do like a family reunion. You got to put some of that up.
Put some of that up, yeah. Chill to the next episode.
But I mean, that was so.
Shouts out to you, Miss Rolene.
Yeah.
From one Leo, August 17th to another one. Shouts out to you. God bless you and give it back to you 100-fold.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
I know that's right, Hub. In transitioning, we had a few other things going on this past month since the last time we did the program, Champagne Urbana Day. We had Champagne Urbana Day. I had a pretty good time out there. I know you went to LA.
Yeah.
You exited the program. Yeah. You kind of boycotted the program on this last Champagne Urbana Day. Yeah. Last segment we talked about some of the reasons for boycotting the program, but you let God lead your heart,
right?
And you did the things that you needed to do.
Yes.
I miss you out there.
Yes.
I miss I know some of the customers miss you out there. You know, to add extra value to the program out there. You know, because we're valuable in numbers. Numbers were down, really down this year at Champaign-Urbana Day. I look to see more people, but at the same time, I guess the people that was there were supposed to be there because I seen a lot of folks that I hadn't seen in a long time.
And from my understanding on Facebook, a lot a lot of people enjoyed it.
Yeah, and that's what Champaign-Urbana Day all about.
And I didn't boycott it for people not to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I boycotted it because my daddy say some suffer that others may live.
Yeah.
Somebody, Jesus had to go to the cross and die for us to live.
Yeah.
And so I felt the need to boycott it personally. Shout out to a couple of coaches and other people who called me and said, hey man, do we need to boycott this? I said, by no means, no, don't. This is just me to bring awareness that we got to do something different. Everybody go out there and have a good time. Now we got 360 days or 355 days to come up with what are we going to do next year.
Right.
Because this thing is not ours. It doesn't represent us. It's been commercialized. And we were sharp enough to get it together and start it. So we're more than capable to have our own. Shout out to Jetty Rose and that staff who does it every year.
Right.
They don't charge nothing.
Right.
You can't sell nothing. And I'm not saying that that's what we need to do, but we're capable of doing our own. We don't need nobody babysit us and show us what to do. And that's my point, Sean.
I talked to a lot of seniors out there throughout that day. I moved around the park a lot. During that particular day, talked to a lot of the guys. They knew I do a lot of community work. They want to get my feedback. The concerns of a lot of the seniors, the people that's been participating within Champaign-Urbana Day for the last how many other years has been going on, they're concerned that it's been scaling back so much from the 3 days to the 2 days to the 1 day.
Because it's not important.
They're afraid that next year it won't be a day. It won't be a Champaign-Urbana Day, or we'll go to not having a Champaign-Urbana Day.
Well, I would hope that that's the case.
And so
I really do. I hope that the park district said we're not going to do it no more. Then we can go back to the drawing board and we can, let me tell you something. Going back to the Brown family, Tony Brown and them every month, they do a Champaign-Urbana Day in the park. Each time a different family or different family members are responsible. And it's a beautiful thing. I know they've done it twice, and I know they're not going to do it when it get cold, but me and Tony has talked. And even we have to start back that way. We want it to be pure, we want it to be genuine, concerned, and we want to be a blessing to each other. And that's that's where Champaign-Urbana Day originated. When you bring this woman, meaning the Park District, when you bring this woman from West Champaign who doesn't know anything about the history of Douglas Center and what it has stand for, and you put her over there, you're sending a message loud and clear that it's not important. Even our kids staying out of trouble, shooting and cutting and all that, it's not important to you. Because if it was important, you would put somebody in charge that's conducive to the environment that it is. And when you don't put nobody like that in charge, they don't know the meaning of Champaign-Urbana Day. They don't know the validity of it. And it's not really her fault because she's ignorant, meaning she doesn't know. And so I don't fault her, but I can't go along with it. I can't go along with it. A couple of my good friends said, Hub, you wrong for not going out there. I disagree. But you have your opinion, I respect it. But I'll never go back out there as long as it is business as usual. Because that's like going against what I believe in, Sean.
And so, Brother Hub, and you covered a lot of ground really fast.
I'm sorry.
You covered a lot of ground real fast. Let's roll it back.
Okay.
To Champaign-Urbana Day and your thoughts of wishing that the Park District would walk away. Okay. I would say this. This is the views and opinions of Sean's. I wouldn't say that they walk away. I would say let's get a part of the program, or that we all meeting of the minds to put the right people on a part of the planning committee to plan it and include everybody that know the history, know what we need, be a one shot where we can identify the issues that need to be addressed, whether if it's gun violence that need to be talked about, whether if it's mental health that need to be talked about, the things and the concerns that's going on within the community, because we only meet up one time a year. So we only get one chance to address all these issues that we're going to face the whole year. So even with having this particular person, and I know what you said, this person is not represented and don't know about our history and all this type of stuff. But what somebody that would do that would be bright and smart, you know, to be that great leader, put them on staff. I bring some people in if I didn't know. I mean, it's no sense in me going to Detroit and telling folks in Detroit what to do. And I never been. All I ever did to Detroit was visit. But how would I go occupy their community? And I don't know what Detroit consists of, what their needs are. So what I do is I get some founding folks from Detroit that know the issues. I go right to holler at my cousin that's been doing some heavy work in Detroit. And put him on team, and then let him help develop it, and that's what we need to happen. But we so much trying to exclude, excuse, and we come up with excuses, folks. We try to exclude folks. We try to discredit folks. You know.
Can I share something with you? And I'm trying not to be too negative, but I have a program within Not On My Watch called LDA. And I got people in schools that know the program is working, for especially at-risk kids, for all kids, but especially at-risk kids. And they don't want the program in their school. So it ain't no sense in me saying, oh Lord, why did they don't want the program? They let it, it's strategic.
Okay.
I learned this from you. People get paid off the dysfunction of others. So now I'm the fool if I think it's anything but they want us to continue to be dysfunction. And so I don't want to be on your team, and I don't want you on my team with that mindset.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm gonna give y'all an example. You know, I really wasn't even finna go here, but I'm gonna go.
Because we got a whole lot of positive stuff.
I'm finna go here because it's positive.
Okay.
But I want to go here, and I want you guys to pay attention. You know, to to the example that I'm gonna give you. Okay, and how important it is. Okay. So we talked about my mom's program. We talked about the success of it, right? Okay. So let me roll it back about a week or two before that happens, you know what I'm saying? Because the devil, when you try to do something positive, the devil always gonna show up and try to derail the program because you're doing God's work. And the one thing that he don't want to see is God to be able to get the glory. You see what I'm saying? Because like I always say, you know, the devil here to kill, steal, and destroy. Disrail the program. So one of my sisters, my oldest sister, and a lot of people don't even know my oldest sister, you know? They don't even know that's my sister, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad she could slide in and out of places, you know? Because y'all be talking around folk and you don't know who you're talking around. You know what I'm saying? So she was at one of the gaming spots. And so another lady on one of the gaming spots, because we don't know how to turn it off. When we go places, we just one way. Remember I told you we just one way. And so we go into public places one way and get to talking crazy about folks, putting people out there don't have a clue about folks, and got to talking about my mama, her senior program, connected it with me and my business and all of this and what her motives was, and she can't do this and she can't do it. Meanwhile, the person that's talking sitting there wishing for a dream, caring about themselves, trying to hit the lotto. You know what I'm saying? My mama on Social Security disability. Retirement, small retirement. But she taking her tools and fuels. She ain't
the right arm band.
She ain't doing this. She figuring out a way that she can spread the love. Because that's what God wants us to do, is spread the love. But see, the other person that was talking, running around there, ain't doing nothing but trying to disrail, dismantle, tear up, hurt folks, say bogus stuff about folks, instead of going to folks and finding out, how can I be a part? So the people that's trying to derail your program in the school, they jealous. They maybe been there 15 years and never came up with a solution. Well, it wasn't their job to come up with a solution. God didn't put in their heart as part of the solution. It wasn't mandated for them to come to the solution at that appointed time. It was for them to see somebody with a solution and jump on it to help resolve a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because if you're the person that the kids magnet to, then let's see what Hub got going on. Because if they won't, one of the things that warmed my heart so full with the young men that we just did the program for, they call themselves the Goal Getters.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about that at one of the other programs. And so the Goal Getters, and it was last Monday, they graduated from the summer program and summer school.
Yeah.
And the principal's name is Mr. Williams.
Joe Williams.
Joe Williams.
Yeah, I was at a football game and I heard
Joe Williams.
Yes.
And so, man, this almost, because I'm having a flashback moment.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Williams.
Flashback moment.
Yeah.
And he said it in a private meeting with us of just adults and said, man, you know, I love these kids and I want to be able to help this at-risk group because we identify these people every year. And so I want to be able to help them because I love them. I see them every day and I want to be able to help them with some of these issues. But I'm a white guy. And it's only so much I know. It's only so much I can do. And he was emotional even at the meeting. But to see a plan implemented and see it carry out and see it follow through and see the celebration at the end of a good program, it overwhelmed the man's heart to be able to pat those guys on the back, show them some love, and tell them he really appreciates their participation. You know, their dedication for 8 weeks of a program and get choked up and teary-eyed.
Can I throw one brick real quick? Just one. I need your permission to do it.
I mean, you
Okay, so Urbana schools have hired a significant amount of minorities to help relate with the students. Black principal from Decatur. Shout out to her. I haven't met her yet, but I went to register my daughter for middle school, and I saw all these black and brown people.
Folks in place.
And it made my heart good for Don Owens, because I know he's taking big shots out to Don Owens, but I know he's taking some heat.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the tragedy, and you're talking to a 20-year military guy.
Right.
So, I mean, don't get it twisted. I did 20 years in the United States Army, tour in Iraq, tour in Desert Storm. Death everywhere around me. Okay, so I know a little bit. The tragedy comes, he's done his job by hiring to help with the relations, right? Now, black folks, brown folks, y'all can't go into school and act white. He got enough white folks in there, right? He needs y'all to be who y'all are. So you can't go in there sucking up trying to be somebody who you're not. He wants y'all to be able to relate with the black and brown kids and the whites. But the black and brown need to see somebody that look like them, that act like them.
Help him solve a problem.
Help him solve a problem. Otherwise, Don Owens' labor is in vain.
Help him solve a problem.
Oh, we get it. The truth is being told today.
Because the problem.
The truth is being told today.
Attendance.
Yes.
Tardiness.
Yes.
Disciplinary.
Yes.
You know, all of those things that he's trying to solve the issue of.
Yes.
You know, getting with some of these families.
Yeah.
Being able to find out root issues of what's going on.
And
if it's some off-site stuff that they need, find out what is the off-site stuff that they need. If it's some housing issues that they need, let's find out what the housing issues.
Yes, sir.
If it's some extra tutoring that they need, let's find that out. If it's some educational needs that the parent might need, let's find that out. If it's employment issues, let's find that out. That's the reason why we having some of these issues.
You know what? I'm not even
unaddressed issues.
I'm not even on staff. I coach basketball, but I'm not even on staff. Nowhere in the schools am I on staff. I just coach basketball. But it's a certain administrator, when something go down in the hood and he need to know something, or he thinks somebody might be cheating, and I wouldn't dare say his name, but he calls me, "Hey, Hud, what you know about this?" Because he know that I'm connected, and I know that he cares. So we both got a common goal. Yeah. But he's not going to call John Schnufferrucker and ask him what's going on in Zone 6. He going to call me. Because he know, and we got that kind of relationship because the common goal is we want to help these kids.
Let me tell you, it was a reasoning after Kiwan died and the things that was going on and the eruption that was happening that I became the emergency chairperson for emergency response in District 1. So when any emergency come about, I got to be able to put all the people together for an emergency, quick meeting to be able to address the issue, whatever was happening. But I ain't been to the University of Illinois. I haven't been to Harvard. But you know what I do got? I got hood past hood knowledge. I know exactly the guys they talking about. And one thing about it is that I thank God that I can move around the city, wherever in the city. I don't care if it's East or Banner, I don't care if it's Rantoul. And I know how to act when I go to Decatur, Danville, and Springfield, or Peoria, in the hood, and catch some of the same respect.
In El Paso, they call you El Plago. You the plug.
You know, and so you got
the power source.
You got to be able to connect and find out the issue. Just like you went up to the homeless guys in L.A. and you can relate to them and address to them and be able to, because game recognized game.
Right.
Man.
And dude wasn't feeling it, and I saw that look, I gave him and moved on. I wasn't going to let this situation turn negative.
Go to the next one.
Man, on to the next one. I'm going to bless you with this gift card, and we take, because I got my family with me.
Go to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Because I tell you what, the devil we want to get you into a funk.
Yes,
so as I went to the story with my mom, I tell you what, the devil wanted to get her into a funk. So as she heard the story, to make her say, oh man, I ain't doing nothing for these people. I ain't gonna do this here and that. Well, look at all the other people that would have missed out on the blessing if you throw the towel in. It's almost like not having the Urban League. It's almost like having the NAACP with the physical location. You know, look at all the people that have not got service from the nuclear fallout.
Now you prophesying, because this is what I told God. I said, God, why am I tripping trying to fight to get in here when I got 4 more that want me to come on in, and you want me to wrestle with these people?
People like a train when it's rolling. People jump all on your bandwagon when it's rolling. When it come down from the architect chamber, we trying to get the train, you know, developed and trying to get it to run. Now some people come in there because you got to watch, you know, because wolf come in sheep clothes.
Yes, sir.
And they'll do us like BLT.
Yes,
come
sir.
right on in and slide right on in, getting your dap, showing your love, look like you, but ain't on what you want.
Ain't on what you want.
And we'll come in there and disrupt the program.
Disrupt the program.
They didn't come up with it.
Because they didn't come up with it.
You know, God didn't plant the seed in
You preaching now. You preaching.
God didn't plant the seed within them.
Yes, sir.
Instead of them saying, man, you know what, man, I'm a U of I graduate, I'm a Harvard graduate, whatever, and this is what I can bring to the table. Keep it right there in your lane. You know, I mean, it's no system. I'm a drummer, but I want to be the singer also.
Right.
Let the singer sing and let the drummer play.
You rough, Will.
You know what I'm saying? But see, they trying to see a lot of these people. We so much on likes. We so much. It's like what Verdell was talking about the other day at church. We in this social atmosphere where we want to be liked. We want to get how many likes on social media after we put up a picture of a plate or we put a picture up of us smile or in our best outfit. You know, we study running back and forth to see how many people looked at that. We want to get the feel good.
Selfie.
Selfie.
Selfless generation.
Come on, man. He explained us what he called it, narcissist.
Narcissist,
He called it a narcissist and explained to us.
Yes, he did. He broke it down.
I hate when somebody just say something and my mama would say, don't talk over my head. Break it down.
He broke it down.
So he broke it down.
Yes, sir.
For the people that didn't understand, the seniors and other people in the
Shout out Coach V.
Folks that didn't
Job
know
well
done. He explained what a narcissist was.
Yes, he did.
He explained that the narcissist come back from a guy that was beautiful. That knew he was beautiful. And then he finally saw himself. See, they didn't have mirrors back then. They have a cell phone back then. You know, where you could just take a selfie. So he went to a lake, and he was able to see his face in the lake. And he seen himself being so beautiful that he never left the lake. He never left. He died at the lake. You know, and so many times we stuck on the outer. Man, the inside so tore up. We ain't addressed no issues in the inside. And that's when you say we going along to get along.
Yeah, man.
And that's when we saying we trying to put a program together just to show we did something on paper.
Yes, sir.
But
or we thirsty after the grant money, but we really ain't on nothing.
I mean, but you showing it on paper. Yeah, you looked good to DC.
Yeah.
You looked good to whoever, what corporation end up sending you that little tools and fuse.
Yeah.
But have we stopped the murder rate in Champaign?
Yeah.
Can the kids read?
Yeah.
That's 15 to 16 years old.
Yeah.
Do they got any more hope in this community?
Yeah.
Have we helped East Urbana out?
Yeah.
You know, is the housing issue better?
Yeah.
Do folks know how to take care of a good neighborhood?
Come on, man. Come on.
You know, I mean, what happens after the benediction?
What happens after the benediction?
Is folks getting better after the benediction?
Yes, sir.
Do I know how to take care of my wife?
Yes, sir.
Do my wife know how to take care of her husband and the family?
That's right.
You know, all of those things make up a good community.
A good community. We too busy going to the airport way out in Savoy and get there and our ticket say Greyhound.
Right on the wrong.
Excuse me, sir, you got to go back downtown.
Man.
But we got the ticket in our hand.
Or go to Memphis and then brag everybody we've been to Memphis and then talk about how cool Memphis was.
Right.
Instead of build up what you got right here.
Right here.
A lot of times we looking for love in so many of the wrong places, man.
Sean,
you got what you need right here.
Sean, you know what? And I done said this a million times, so this is 1,000,001. God told me at Effingham at the cross, he said, if you leave here, I'm going to take my hand up off you. And so I said, Lord, I ain't going to leave out your will, but do me a favor, don't let me rot. And when he promised me that I wouldn't rot here, that's the fuel. Because this thing is tough. We fighting years and years. This thing been like this for years and years, and people been puppets and going along to get along. This ain't. I mean, this is fixed.
Big shouts out to all my older guys I mess with. Mr. Andy, big shouts out to you. Hope you're recovering well. My man, Mr. Pirtle, you know, he's been mentoring me and talking to me for years. Big shouts out to Mr. Pirtle. He's always put fat on my head. And I remember when I first wanted to get I guess it was a decent car, but it wasn't running that well. And I wanted to get another car. Talked to Mr. Pirtle about it. Mr. Pirtle knew the dealership. He knew the owner of the dealership. He says, all you want is a car, man? He said, man, we can get a car, because I had prayed on this car for a year. It stayed on the car lot for a year, man. I'm telling you how God worked. It stayed on the car lot for a year for me, man.
He said, that's all you want is a car?
I used to ride out there, just look at the car and put my hands on it, lay hands on it late at night, you know. And and so finally, Mr. Pirtle, he said, and he went out there, we rode out there together and looked at the car. And he looked at the car, he said, man, it's a clean Cadillac, man. It was that navy blue one I had, y'all, but then I put some 17s of Vogues on it. And so he looked at the car, he said, Sean, he said, man, he said, I don't know if you want this type of car, man. He said, because I remember back in the 50s and the 60s, and the Bakers, Al Baker and them, they went and bought some Cadillacs, man. And they were selling bologna sandwiches all out the meat rack back then. He said, man, when they got that Cadillac, they couldn't sell a bologna sandwich. He said, man, folks would go to Rantoul and get a haircut. He tried to throw that in there on me, you know. But you know what? One thing I've always stood on, man. One thing that I want you to stand on, I want our other people to stand on, man, that's out there and that's trying to do something in this community. Man, stand on the word. Do what Pastor Elam did, man, through his suffering. I'm going to stand on the word. I had Bishop Gibney one day preach, and he actually put the Bible down and stood on the word. He said, I'm standing on the word, man. When you stand on what God, if God got you there, man, hold on. Hold on.
That's true.
He gonna take you. He gonna take you through some rough valleys and some ups and downs because it's the process.
And Whip,
it's the process.
Let me be clear. I wouldn't move without God telling me to move. I wouldn't. Because if so, I'd have been gone. I'd have been gone. Every time I go, we just left LA. Every time I go, my brother's number 3 in the union. He told me, I'll start you off at 80, start your wife off at 60, and we'll go from there. And so it's not debatable. But what I want to be clear about is, man, it hurts me to be born and raised in Champaign, Urbana, and see these people really, really deep down not care. See what I'm saying? It hurts my flesh. In the spirit, I'm cool. I'm moving because I can. Suits by Soldiers in here. It ain't in here. You see what I'm saying? Suits by Soldier ain't at 1708 Bradley. It's in here.
I feel your sentiment.
And so, but my flesh, because I ain't no dummy. You see what I'm saying? And I've been around all types of people.
I feel your sentiment.
And so it hurts my flesh that I look at people that are in position to help kids and they really don't want to help them.
You know, I feel your sentiments, and it bothers me. It bothers me from time to time. You help me motivate me a lot. When I'm feeling down, I might stop by your shop and get talking about something, but it hurts me a lot because you want to be received by the folks that you're trying to bless.
Right.
You know, but what I've learned is that that God gives the increase.
Right.
And what I learned is sometimes these folks got a baby mentality, man.
Yeah.
They don't know that they even need the help that we're trying to provide them.
Exactly.
Not at this moment.
Yeah.
They might come around,
but the kids
not at this moment.
Yeah,
I
guess you're right.
Not at this moment.
But if
you can be helping, listen, man. The parents might not even understand what you're doing, man. They'll be saying, "Look at Hub doing this," and you reaching out to their kids. Look how many times I do what I do because God didn't bless me to do what I do. I ain't trying to do what nobody else do, and I thank God that. I ain't like what John Lee said.
Right.
Because when a man somewhat pays you,
he's somewhat on you.
Come on, man.
And
you know the program, man. So you don't have to do it as a hireling.
Right.
It's not because you got to pay your bills off of what you do. You're doing it because of you're 20 years retired in the military.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've been blessed through community program to help me get my business started. So it's always allowing me to have a spirit, a gift.
Giving. Yes, sir.
Because if it wasn't for them older guys thinking about Sean,
yes, sir,
then I wouldn't be able to do what I do.
Yes, sir.
So I always got.
Yes,
and if it wasn't for them hood guys,
yes, sir.
It wasn't a so-called do-gooders.
Yeah.
It was Tay-Tay. It was Bobo. It was all these guys that you said no good, no count, that shot with me, that came up to my house late in the evenings and at night. It was them older men that brought their grandkids. It was them older ladies that entrusted me, that knew me from the hood, despite of what everybody else said, despite of my last name, they entrusted me with their grandbabies while they went to Kmart. You know, and said, watch these grandbabies for me while I run to Kmart.
Yes, sir.
And trusted me to cut all their hair and take care of them.
Yes, sir.
And so that's what allowed me to do what I do to this day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
because I got to be able to.
And it's power in knowing that.
You know,
it's power in knowing that. Let me give you this, and we're gonna move on. So every now and then, I'm driving down 57 to Eastern, you know, and I'm saying, my flesh is saying, man, I don't need this. What I need with a teacher's degree, I really don't even want to teach. And then God would have to whisper, kingdom building. Because in my flesh, I don't need to go down to Eastern. I'm being honest. I don't need a master's in special ed and a teacher certificate. I don't need that to be successful. I already consider myself successful. And so God reminds me that, look, dude, this ain't about you. This is kingdom building. And whether I do it through you all having your own school or whether I do it through you being in the school as administrator, I need you to get this certification. You see what I'm saying? I need you to get it. And so when you don't have the mind of Christ or you don't look through the eyes of Christ, you could easily get discouraged. Somebody out there is discouraged because we own this. And so it's easy for you to see, and you see something that's blue, but everybody around you saying it's green. It's easy for you to get discouraged if you don't have on the mind of Christ.
Hey, big shouts to my brother Terry Merriweather down in Atlanta. I want you to hear this here, bro. So don't clock off this Facebook. I want you to hear this because you got it in you. And so what I want to do to try to help you, we got a few more minutes before the program's over. I want to be able to help you, help the viewing audience, and I want to help you on something because I'm about to do a Facebook Live or YouTube segment on this, okay? And it's something that I learned over the years, okay? So what God has blessed you with and what you saying he's saying in your head, is that I need this, okay? And so many times these jobs have requirements for you to participate. If you want to participate, this is the criteria.
This is the criteria.
And so in that mentality of that type of mentality, it's against what me and you do.
Yes, sir.
Because that's ownership versus employee.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And it's a big difference.
That's right.
Ownership, you make the rules.
Right.
Employees, get in where you fit in.
True story.
And we can kick you up out of here at any time. We got a 90-day rule. We got a 60-day rule. We got a 30-day rule.
Yes, sir.
It might ownership.
Yes, sir.
You know, man.
Yes, sir.
As long as I can stay in the game.
Yes, sir.
Long as I can stay in the game.
Long as I'm signing the right bottom check.
Long as I can stay in the game.
Instead of the back of the check.
Hey, we can do on-the-job training.
Right.
We do on-the-job training. I don't have to do all this. I ain't got to get a.
Sir.
I don't have to impress nobody with all these degrees across the back wall.
True story. Yes, sir.
Okay? And then I'm going to tell you another thing with ownership, and one of the things I'm going to try to express to people that want to get out of this employee mentality is commission. Commission. Commission is much different pay than a paycheck.
Right.
So it's commission versus paycheck. Paycheck, I'm gonna give you $7 an hour. I'm gonna work you 12 hours a day for 7 days this week. You down? You with it? Now, if you got to feed a kid and family and all this here, and pay notes and bills and all this here, and you can't, and there ain't no other opportunities out there, you got to take the best thing that's coming forward. But then when you got ownership and you got commission, it ain't no ceiling. You ain't no price tag on me.
Ain't no dollar amount on your time.
On your time. Ain't no time. Your talent. But you bring to not on my watch.
But let me be clear real quick, because I used to go around and everywhere I public speak, I would tell people ain't nothing like your own. But then one time the Lord said, hold on, homie. You ain't always had your own. So before you tell them that ain't nothing like your own, tell them how long it took you. You was in the military for 12, 13 years before you got your own, and you went on and did the 7 years in the military to help support your own. So you'll hear me saying ain't nothing like your own, but sometimes it takes 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, 20 years of working on a job until you to that vision in your head. So I'm never going to downplay nobody not having a job, because I had a job for 20 years that I had to give my life for. And so in the same sentence, I'm saying ain't nothing like your own. Work on that job while you're working on getting your own.
You know, big shouts out to one of my buddies. He put some stuff on a message on our Facebook, you know, and saying that it's a shame when you come from the town and then because of your last name, you know, folks will hold you to your last name and not create opportunities for you, or a lot of opportunities. And me and him that talked a lot about, you know, folks would whisper on the job, say, don't you know that so-and-so, one of us done got in and we done got across university, and now we telling them, oh no, man, don't hire him, you know, don't hire her, you know, instead of creating opportunity, being that great living example, and be the main one that want to shake up with you at church, all these other stuff.
It's a sickness,
man. You know what, man?
It's a sickness.
You know, one of my favorite songs in the R&B hip hop arena right now. It's "Walk It Like You Talk It." Walk it like you talk it. Don't come up to me with no fake and this and this and that. Man, walk it like you talk it. If you from Champaign, support Champaign.
Right.
Don't go trying to embrace nobody ain't been around the community, ain't gonna get back to me, won't even stop on the side of the road if you ran out of gas.
Real quick, I don't really get to listen to a lot of R&B, but Jay Simpson tagged on my post one day. He said I'm living my best life or whatever. And so Sunday Jinx let me listen to the song, man. So that's my favorite song. I ain't going back and forth with y'all. I'm living my best life.
Walking like you talking, man. Hey, man, I sure appreciate everybody that tuned in to us today. Appreciate you, my brother. It's been real once again. It's funny how time flies when you're having fun.
Shout out to Jason.
Big shouts out everybody that's out there, everybody that tuned in to us every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Jason, thank you very much, UPTV and your whole staff. Thank you.
Living my best life.
Thank you for another episode
of Let the Truth Be Told.
All right.